The Chattanooga police officers reassigned from enforcement duties last month are undergoing internal review to determine a permanent assignment, but Internal Affairs still found they violated department policy with a wide range of offenses. The most severe offenses include officers changing stories in investigations. In this report, an officer was a suspect in a domestic violence case. He originally told investigators he did not hit his girlfriend, but later told investigators he did take her to the ground. In another case, an officer responding to a child abuse call changed it to a domestic dispute and failed to document video evidence of the alleged abuse. The 1-year-old child was later admitted to the hospital with brain swelling.
A Brady offense exists on a very large spectrum. And more importantly, Brady material can represent an even broader spectrum.
Johan Jolshagen is the CEO of Level Playing Field Solutions, which created a national database for Brady and Giglio violations.
It's typically appropriate to have these officers removed from a position where they would be required to testify, but that does not necessarily mean to be terminated.
The officers are now going through internal reviews of their assignments to determine their final outcome. Other officers misrepresented a use of force violation, saying he didn't touch a suspect but later admitted to doing so. This report on a supervisor found they ignored clear pursuit violations in reports. This report found an officer said they lived in the state when they didn't, which is against state policy. Another investigator failed to get permission for payments to informants that were over the policy limit and also did not get a signature from a witness. In that same investigation, another officer admitted to signing as a witness even though he wasn't there. Other officers were found to have worked extra jobs while on the clock. Another report said an officer was not forthcoming about a pursuit. This report found an officer said they thought a suspect had a phone, but actually put it on the roof of the car where it later fell and broke. Now Hamilton County District Attorney General Cody Womp will have to determine if their offenses rise to the level of disqualifying them from testifying in court altogether.
The true basis of Brady is that if that disclosure does not happen, then it's the prosecutor as an attorney that will be held responsible.
Now, when this whole process started, we were told the department was only dealing with misrepresentation violations since no officers had sustained untruthfulness accusations. But in those public records, we found 2 of the 5 officers who were later reassigned did have sustained untruthfulness accusations, and we're still waiting for a response from the police department on what we found for those contradictions. David.